Welcome to Pinoy Guard. In a time when tensions in the South China Sea continue to rise, the Philippine Air Force is quietly making one of its most important defense decisions in modern history. A decision that could change the balance of power in Southeast Asia. 12 more F-50 light combat aircraft are on the way. But here's the real headline. The Philippines has now launched a massive project to acquire up to 40 advanced multirole fighter jets, with an initial 61.2 billion peso budget already allocated. Two powerful aircraft are on the final shortlist: Korea's stealthy KF-21 Boramae and America's F-16 Block 70 Viper. This is not just about firepower. This is about survival, deterrence, and sovereignty. Stay with us until the end as we break down the details, the budgets, and what this means for the Philippines and for China. Before we continue our discussion, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Pinoy Guard, and hit the notification bell. Every click supports truth and sovereignty in Southeast Asia. Segment 1. The latest update. On Tuesday, the Philippine Air Force released a clarification that its acquisition of 12 additional F-50 Block 70 light combat aircraft will not reduce the chances of acquiring true multirole fighter aircraft. Why is this important? Because many observers feared that the increased F-50 purchase might delay or replace the much-anticipated multirole fighter (MRF) acquisition project. But the Air Force made it clear. These are two different platforms for two different roles, and both are essential to building a capable, layered air defense. Segment 2. The MRF project is on. The Multirole Fighter project was officially launched in August 2024. Its purpose? To counter increasing threats from China in the West Philippine Sea. This project aims to procure a fleet of about 40 MRFs, with a total estimated cost of 400 billion pesos, roughly $6.8 billion US dollars. That's not small change. In fact, 61.2 billion pesos, or about $1.1 billion, has already been earmarked to buy the first 10 combat aircraft in this program. This is the single largest air power procurement initiative in the history of the Philippine Air Force. Segment 3. Who's in the final two? According to industry reports from KDGlobal.com on October 18, 2024, two aircraft have made it to the final shortlist. First, the KF-21 Boramae, developed by Korea Aerospace Industries in cooperation with Indonesia. Second, the F-16 Block 70, a highly upgraded variant from Lockheed Martin, USA. Both platforms offer radar-evading stealth, precision strike capabilities, and long-range engagement options perfect for the Philippines' needs in a contested air and maritime environment. But which fighter will be chosen? And what's at stake? Let's look deeper. Segment 4. The KF-21 Boramae. The KF-21 Boramae is Korea's answer to the F-35. Designed with stealth characteristics and equipped with AESA radar, internal weapons bays, and supersonic capabilities, the KF-21 is expected to be operational by 2026. The aircraft offers a future-proof solution designed for electronic warfare, air superiority, and deep strike. For the Philippines, acquiring the KF-21 would signal a strategic alignment with South Korea, a key partner under the Horizon 3 modernization plan. It would also open doors for technology transfer and defense industrial cooperation. Segment 5. The F-16 Block 70. On the other side, we have the F-16 Block 70, the most advanced version of the world's most combat-proven fighter. With over 4,500 units built and decades of real combat experience, the F-16 brings battlefield credibility and a huge international support network. The Block 70 includes the APG, 83 AESA radar, upgraded avionics, conformal fuel tanks, and extended range. If the Philippines chooses the F-16, it gains instant interoperability with U.S. and allied forces, crucial for joint operations in the South China Sea. It also strengthens defense ties with the United States, especially under EDCA, the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. Segment 6. Why this matters. This isn't just a hardware decision. This is a geopolitical signal. Whether it chooses the KF-21 or the F-16, the Philippines is telling the world, we are no longer just observers, we are now defenders. This move enhances the country's air defense capabilities, enabling interception of long-range bombers, drones, and even cruise missiles. It sends a strong message to China, whose militarization of the Spratly Islands and gray zone activities continue to violate international law. Segment 7. RE Horizon 3 and the Battlefield Vision. The Multirole Fighter project is a cornerstone of the Armed Forces RE-Horizon 3 modernization roadmap. Under RE-Horizon 3, the goal is not just to buy weapons, but to build a credible defense posture in air, sea, cyber, and space. These 40 multirole fighters would enable the Philippines to respond quickly to incursions in the West Philippine Sea and project air power deep into contested maritime zones. Imagine this. Chinese vessels operating illegally in Philippine waters suddenly find themselves being tracked, painted, and intercepted by 4th or 5th gen fighters operating from airbases in Palawan or Zamboanga. That's deterrence in action. Segment 8. Financial Commitment. Let's talk money. 400 billion pesos is a serious commitment. This reflects the growing urgency among Filipino defense planners to match the pacing threat posed by China. The Philippines is signaling that it's willing to invest in long-term security rather than depending solely on treaty allies. This is a message to China, yes, but also a message to Filipinos that their government is taking national defense seriously. Segment 9. FA-50 versus MRF, different but equal. Some may ask, why buy more FA-50s if multirole fighters are the goal? The answer is, they serve different roles. The FA-50 Block 70 is a supersonic light fighter ideal for training, quick response, and close air support. Meanwhile, the upcoming MRFs will serve as strategic deterrents, optimized for long-range engagements, missile defense, and high-intensity conflict. Together, they form a two-layered air force, flexible, survivable, and lethal. Conclusion. The skies over Southeast Asia are changing. As China ramps up aggression in the West Philippine Sea, the Philippines is quietly but steadily building up its defenses. Whether it's the Korean KF-21 or the American F-16 Viper, the Philippine Air Force is entering a new age of air power and deterrence. With 400 billion pesos on the line and 40 fighters on the horizon, this is no longer just modernization, this is national strategy. And now, the world is watching. Will the Philippines choose Korea's cutting-edge stealth fighter or the battle-tested American warbird? Whichever way it goes, one thing is clear: the age of Philippine air power has begun. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pinoy Guard. Tap the notification bell so you don't miss future updates on defense, modernization, and geopolitics in the Indo-Pacific. This is Pinoy Guard, keeping you informed and aware. Stand strong. Watch the skies.